Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you very much for joining me for today's video. So it's another Simply Made Craft Sunday, and it's a very special weekend because we have a Simply Made Craft sale on at the moment. We have up to 50% off a lot of the product, so it's pretty much mostly everything apart from the latest stuff that we have been featuring and new releases. So this is included. So this is the notebook wrap cover that we're going to be playing with today. So this is currently £16.09, and this is usually £22.99, so that's a really good bargain, and it's the whole weekend as well. So it was going to end tonight at 11:59 BST. We're in British summertime now. Okay, so I have a tutorial already on how to put this together to make the cover, but a lot of you are having trouble finding the A6 notepads. So what I've done is I'm going to put together a tutorial for you today and show you exactly how to make these inserts. And the papers that I'm using come with Die Cutting Essentials issue 101, and if you go to Craft World you can download them for free, and I'll leave that link down below where you can get these papers. There's 8 designs. I have used 10 sheets. I printed off 10 sheets, and this is all I have left. That is all I have left from this project. So I'll keep a few of those for scraps, but I haven't finished putting this together yet. So these are the inserts. We get 4 here. There's 4 on those elastics because there's room there for 4 elastics. So this is the first one. This lifts up. You have a double page, and then on the back page you have another flap there. Okay, so for this one we have a pocket and a flap, and this is so easy to put together. You won't believe how easy this is to do. Then we have a double page here, then we have another pocket and a flap. So for the third one we have here a double spread, double layout. We have a pocket on the side, and then another double, and then a single on the back. And then this one repeats the first one. So we have the flap, we have the double layout, and then we have another flap. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make these inserts. They're made from A4 sheets of cardstock, and you're only going to be needing your bone folder and your scissors. You don't even need a scoreboard for this one, so this is super duper easy. Now I think I've said everything that I need to say about this. There are mats for this, and also there'll be mats for the inside of those as well. If you go to my website, the link will be down below. That will take you straight to the page where everything is. Okay, so I've got 3 sample pages here that I'm going to be making. So we'll start off with this one. So easy to make. So we're just going to fold this in half. Now this is a standard A4, so that's 8 1/4 by 11 5/8, I believe. Let's get you some measurements. I'm not too sure if the US size 8 1/2 by 11 will fit in. So it's 8 1/4 by 11 5/8. So if you do have an 8 1/2 by 11, do let me know if you have this in the US. If anyone has this in the US, do let me know if you try this and whether your size will actually fit in this one. I would love to know in the comments, and then if it's left in the comments then people will know yes you can or no you can't. Okay, so I have here my A4 is now folded into size A6. So how did we get there? So this is an A4, this is A5, and that is an A6 size. It's the same size as this notepad. Okay, so it's basically just halved. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just cut up to the center along this line here. Do my best to keep it straight. If you want to use a paper trimmer you can. So I'm using long bladed scissors here, which are perfect for this job. Okay, stop at the top there. Okay, so what we do now is we just fold that so that the pattern is in the middle. Use our bone folder to get the fold going the other way. Fold that down and fold that down. Grab yourself a corner rounder, which I've put somewhere. What have I done? Here it is. Okay, I'm using the X-Cut one here. It's one of my favourites. You can use a corner chomper as well if you have one. That would also work. Do the other side. Okay, now this is going to slot onto your elastic just like that. That's going to slide in just like so. Okay, so that is our first one, and again I've got mats here, so if you go to my website it's going to have the cutting guide for the mats as well. Right, signature number 2. Let's have a look at signature number 2. This one has the pocket and the flaps, so we're going to start off exactly the same. The basis for these all start in the same way. Okay, cut out the centre. It might be easier if you do the other side. If it's too heavily patterned, you might not be able to see the score line to cut up, but if it's just gently decorated like these stripes, it might be more visible. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over again, exactly how we did before, and then we're going to fold these down just like we did before, and then we're going to fold this up halfway. This is upside down at the moment. It's just easier for getting the folds in, and that is it. Okay, so all we have to do now is just add our mat. Should we cut a mat? I'll cut a mat with you guys so you know what I'm doing. I'll go for this one. So out of one A4 sheet you can get 4 mats as well from this. So we need to do this at 3 7/8 and 5 5/8, and then we are going to cut this down to, I think that's already cut down to size 3 7/8. By 2 5/8. There we go. The blog post doesn't even exist as I'm filming this, otherwise I would refer to my blog post, but it's not there. It will be there by the time this video goes up though, so that's good. So the reason why I'm making sure I have my mats first is because we have this here. We're going to be gluing these sides down onto there, so I want my mat down first. Whoops. That looks like it's, yep, that's it. It was upside down. There we go. Right, so add your glue. You definitely use glue for this, but don't use a double-sided tape, because anything you put in your pocket is going to get caught on the sides where the tape is. But glue will dry hard and nothing will get caught in it. Okay, so there we have that bit done. And I'm going to move back now to my X-cut corner rounder. I'll link this down below. There we go. And do the same with your mat and pop that there. Okay, so do the same on the other side now. I'm just going to pop that down. And then I'm going to leave that because I'm now going to move on to the third one. So we now have the front, the middle. Oh, I did the back actually. This is the front, that's the middle, and that is the back. So once I finish that, that will look exactly like this one. Okay, so that is the second one. Now let's move over now to the last one and pop the lid on before that dries. There we go. Again, exactly, start the same. And this one we're going to cut up the shorter one. So we're coming in from the side this time. Can I see the score line? Let's see if I can. I just about can. There we go, right up to the middle. So press that down and then fold that over, and then we have something that looks like this. So what are we going to do? We are going to mat the front and the back. Let's show you on here. Here it is. This one, we're going to mat the front just like this one. That's just a single page, doesn't do anything. And then we have a pocket in the middle, and then we have a double layout, and then we have a single page on the back. So to create that, all we have to do is find our pocket here and add some glue along inside there, so it's easier just to lift that up. Add your glue along there and press that down. Now this attaches to your elastic just on the first page, so the second page is kind of free from any elastic, so that will then slide on. Oh, I've done exactly the same thing there. And now I'm just wondering how fat I can make this. Imagine if I pop that in there. Is that going to, I'm just experimenting and playing now, is that going to make it too bulky? It's not, so I've made a double there, and I could probably fill in this one as well somewhere. Where should we put this guy? Let's put you here. There we go, very interactive. And I just need to finish off with the matting, and again, because I have the digital papers, I can then pick and choose which ones I want to print. And I won't leave the link for my printer because it's now discontinued, but it is an Epson Eco Tank, and they are fabulous. So if you could find one you like, get it. The ink lasts for 1 year to 2 years depending on how long you how much you print, and I also leave the link for the papers that I have printed on as well. So it's more like a paper cardstock, but it's really good quality and it's super smooth as well. So let's pop this one in somewhere as well. We'll put you, where should we put you? That's a pocket. We'll put you here. There we go. And now that is ready for me to just finish off and then pop in any photographs, memorabilia and my journaling. And as you can see, there's still loads of room in there. There's still loads of room. Okay, so before I go, I'm just going to remind you the cutting guide for the mats is listed down below. That will be on my website. It's just the easiest place for me to nicely display and make it really readable for all of the measurements there. I have the freedom there to set it all out properly. And the papers that I've used for the cover are actually the fabric paper. This is, I love this. This is the Craft Finish fabric paper, and it's kind of the cross between like a leather look. It's just, it's really strong. You know, it's really hard to tear. You can wash it and you can scrumple it up and dry it. Then you can die cut it. You can sew with it. You can ink it. You colour it. You can stamp on it. There's loads of things that you can do with this. So that is what I've used to make this cover. So it's super durable and it looks like faux leather as well. So it's absolutely perfect for making your journal covers. Okay, so don't forget we have the up to 50% off sale on at the moment. Simply Made Crafts, that ends at midnight tonight, UK BST time. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this one. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you again soon.